So this is it, another $100, 100-hour challenge. Let's do this. So this is the next $100, 100-hour challenge. What is it, you ask? It's when we get $100 and we only have 100 hours to pull off a Facebook campaign. Not just pull off the Facebook campaign, but pull off a campaign that gets phenomenal results. Here's how the process works. Okay, so the $100 challenge in this case came from one of you. In this instance, it happens to be Little Cake with Big Attitudes. More on that in just a second. So for any time we're doing a campaign and we want it to be successful, there are 6 things that we do, 6 steps that we go through. I'm gonna quickly run through those with you, and then we're gonna leave and go meet with Robin and Bridget over at Little Cakes and get this $100 challenge kicked off. So step number 1 is we have to clearly understand what is the challenge? What is it that we're trying to overcome or accomplish with the challenge? Number 2, what are the existing assets in place? So when we go meet with Robin and Bridget, they're gonna give us and let us know what the assets are that they have in place, things that we can do that we can leverage. Those are the assets. The next thing we wanna do, the outcomes. What are their goals for the campaign? What do they hope to get out of this $100, 100-hour challenge? You've got to know your outcomes. Next, we have to figure out how to give people a reason to take action. You can't just put something on Facebook and hope people take action. You've got to give them a reason. We're going to work on that. Next, we have to actually develop campaigns. Right? We have to actually develop the campaigns. You're gonna see that in just a little bit as well. And then the final step, we have to monitor the campaigns. We can't just set campaigns up and forget them. No, we have to constantly monitor them. So in this case, we're heading over to Little Cakes right now. We're gonna cover these first few things to get this kicked off. And this is gonna be an exciting challenge. It's gonna be a fun challenge. You ready? Let's go. What are the assets? What would y'all say are the assets that you currently have that we can leverage in a marketing campaign?
We've got a huge fan base, whether that be from Facebook to Instagram, Twitter. So we've got a lot of following, and as well as a good customer base, just walk-in traffic. So even, now we have the drive-throughs, so we just want to make it as convenient as possible for all of our customers to be able to hear about what's going on through social media, whether they walk in the door to purchase or whether they use the drive-through. And even now they have waiters, so things can be purchased and delivered and you don't even have to leave your house.
Yeah. So leveraging existing audiences, great thing. How many followers do y'all have, do you know, roughly?
Almost 9,000, I think, on like 8,500 or something on Facebook. 2,000 or 3,000 on Instagram.
Okay. So one of the things that's important when we're doing Facebook campaigns or any online campaigns is, as you know, people are busy just scrolling through Facebook, and that's why it's called scrolling, because they're literally sitting there just scrolling. So what are some ideas that y'all have in terms of if people are scrolling through and they see this, it would cause them to stop and say, hey, I want to go to Little Cakes this week. So what are some of the ideas that y'all may have around that?
Well, we've thought about a couple of different things. We know that we want to offer, like, every day one particular cupcake will have special sprinkles inside. So if they come in and purchase the cupcake, they'll win a special prize of the day. So that'll go on Monday through Saturday. We've kind of threw around maybe doing like the first certain number of customers coming in win a gift card. Even talked about doing a like share, tag a friend that you want to share a special magical treat with at Little Cakes, and those people, a lucky winner would win a gift card or maybe even a unicorn cake or something. So
yeah, all those are great ways, again, because as we know, when people are on Facebook, to stop and actually have them pay attention to your message gets more and more challenging as more and more people are posting on Facebook. So.
And everybody loves to see, like, what are you interested in? What are you sharing? What are you talking about? That's why we get on social media. We want to see what's going on in their lives. Only the magical things, of course.
Right.
There you go. And it is true, this is an aside, but doing things like this, so, you know, the things that are different, that are out of the ordinary, unexpected things are always.
Forever.
I think people expect to see pictures of cupcakes. They expect to see coffee. You know, they've never seen this before, so maybe it'll be a...
If I see a picture, it's going to grab my attention and I'm going to want to be like, wow, where can I get that? Or I'm going to look for a recipe. So that's normally why we try and put a picture of our product, because it draws people in. They're like, oh, we got to get to Little Cakes. Did
We
you see
eat
the
with our-
caramel and
we
the
eat
salt
with
on
our
the top of that
eyes.
vanilla cupcake?
Yeah. Eat with our eyes.
Absolutely.
All right, so we know what our challenge is. Our challenge is to help them kick off Unicorn Week and make the week a great success. Now what we're gonna do is head back to the office and get these campaigns up and running. The thing is, the clock is ticking. Our 100 hours are already starting to dwindle down. Let's go make this happen. So this is it. We are now at 85 hours. Look, I get it. This is called the $100 100-hour challenge. It's not a lot of time. So remember, when you're under the crunch, here's some things to keep in mind. Get crystal clear about your challenge. Step 2 is you've got to identify your existing assets. Step 3, get crystal clear about what outcomes that they would like. The next thing we've got to identify, we've got to figure out what can we do to help people stop and pay attention. Let's go. Okay, so here's the actual post that we created. Now, I want to read this to you, I'm gonna play the video for you, and then I'm gonna explain what's here and why it's here. So the post simply says, Unicorn Week starts Monday. To help kick it off, we want to give you a chance to win one of 3 $15 Little Cakes gift cards. To enter, simply tag the person you would like to share a magical treat with in the comments below, and then it's got the dates when you can do this. So let me play the video real quick.
Hi, it's Bridget with Little Cakes with Big Attitude.
And I'm Robin, and we've got lots of magical things happening at Little Cakes. Starting Monday, July 31st through Saturday, August 5th, we're kicking off Unicorn Week.
Tag a friend below to win one of 3 $15 gift cards that you can share a magical treat with.
Who's your magical friend? Tell us below. We'll see you next week.
Okay, so a few things to point out about this post. One, it's a different post. Remember, we want people to stop and pay attention to our posts. One thing that we knew going into this campaign was that Robin and Bridget have been on video very, very few times. So we knew that by putting Robin and Bridget on video, their audience is gonna notice something different. They're gonna notice that it's Robin and Bridget. 2, it's a giveaway. Robin and Bridget haven't done a lot of giveaways in the past, so we know by doing a giveaway, again, it's a reason for people to stop and pay attention. Listen, you've got to give people a reason to stop and pay attention. The other thing that we do to help create a viral component to this is we have them tag a friend. A lot of people out there will do a post where it says like and share for your chance to win. We said tag a friend in the comments below. Why did we do that? The reason we're setting it up this way is so that when people click and tag a friend, right? When they tag a friend in the comments, the friend is gonna get a notice. And when they get that notification, they're gonna go look and see what the post is, right? Anytime somebody tags you in a comment, you go look, don't you? That's exactly what's gonna happen with this post. So that's why it's important to clearly understand your audience and to understand what would be a compelling reason for them to take action. In this case, the action we want them to take is we want them to help us spread the message about Unicorn Week. And how are we gonna do that? We're gonna get them to tag a friend. So we're now 63 hours left before Unicorn Week kicks off, and I wanna show you a quick update. So you look, very first thing you wanna do when you're setting up a Facebook campaign or promotion is you wanna go to your page and you wanna look at your insights. And under insights, you wanna go to post. Now this will give you when your audience is most active on Facebook. And so for their audience, they're most active at 9 p.m., between 8 and 9 p.m. You can see right there. So what you want to do based on that is when you want to put your post up. You want your post to hit right in the peak time when your users are online, right? So you can get the most leverage, the most traction. The next thing you would do is you could simply go into your actual post and then you would schedule your post out. So we have our post in here and we have it scheduled and ready to go. So that's it, 63-hour update, not a lot of time left. We got our post ready to go up. Next video, I will show you the creation of the actual campaigns. So this is it. We're now 4 hours past the official kickoff of Unicorn Week, and we've got a problem. Let me show you. So we made this post on Friday at about 9:15 p.m. And you can see now that the post has gotten, let me zoom in here for you. The post has now received just under 1,500 comments and 419 likes, and it's been shared 129 times. And you see, that creates a very unique challenge for us. This is the first time we've ever had a campaign that has had this much of a viral reach. And the problem is we had $100 allocated to kick off Unicorn Week for them. And because of how well the video did, we only needed a small portion of our budget. Let me show you the ads real quick and show you what we actually spent. So over here in Ads Manager, you'll see that we only had to run 2 campaigns to kick it off. And this first campaign, you'll see that we were getting video views at a penny per view. And then we ran a second campaign, to the same post, and we're paying 0.4 of 1 penny per video view. The grand total of amount that we've spent to date is $23.11. And we went ahead and ran a separate ad to a new post that they published this morning, and we allocated $10 to that one just to help get the word out. So the challenge is this: we had a $100 budget and we've only spent $23 promoting this campaign, which again, this has never happened before. Part of that is because of their loyal following they have on Facebook. So now I'm gonna head over to Little Cakes, meet with Robin and Bridget again, and we're gonna come up with some new strategies, new ideas to really get people in the door to make this week absolutely unbelievable. All right, let's go. All right, so just leaving Little Cakes, had a great meeting, got some new ideas. They're excited, we're excited. So let's go back and get these campaigns up and going. So this is it, the big day. We're heading to Little Cakes right now to go meet with Robin and Bridget and see how Unicorn Week turned out. Let's go. So Unicorn Week's officially over. It ended, I guess, Saturday. And today is Tuesday, so we're a couple days out. How'd it go? How do y'all feel about it?
Wow, it was amazing.
Huge.
Magical?
Very magical, long week.
Yeah.
It exceeded our expectations for sure.
That's awesome. So let's jump all the way back. Where did the idea come from again? How did y'all come up with the idea, the concept?
I think it was just, unicorns are popular right now with the teens, the tweens, the little girls, all the way up to adults. And so it's kind of more of an experience of, what's your unicorn, what's your happy, what makes you feel magical. And it was just something fun to get everybody back in the swing of school's about to start, vacation time's over.
Yes.
So
And have you ever done a week or any type of themed events like this?
that was the first time.
Yeah, so that's an important lesson I think for everybody watching, is that you've got to give people something worth participating in, something to get excited about. So kudos on doing that. I mean, that's great. So let's talk just briefly about kind of what were your expectations going in? I mean, it's the first time you'd ever done a week like that. What were the expectations, and then how did the week actually play out?
We spent a lot of time preparing, like from Pinterest, and just ideas of things that we could create in store and that would be unique to Little Cakes. So we had like 9 items that we were featuring as, this is on the unicorn menu. So we spent, several weeks before deciding what it was going to be, and then in the kitchen, what is it going to look like? What is our recipes? What are they going to consist of? And then we kind of just spent a lot of time figuring out what it was going to be. So our expectation was far below what actually happened. Like we purchased little unicorn picks to go on top of every cupcake that we sold. Well, I pre-ordered 100, got them, delivered, they were shipped and everything, and we went through that the first day. So we were not prepared
We were not
for
prepared
that.
at all.
But it was obviously a good problem to have. We just had some, disappointed people until we could kind of get back into this. We had a employee's mom that helped us and grandmother,
Right.
and they spent hours, trying to get us back to where we needed to be to have the product that we had promised people.
Right. So what originally, I think you said y'all's original goal was to do like 30,
Like
3
3
dozen?
dozen,
Yeah.
and we were going through maybe 10 plus dozen a
Per day.
Wow.
So
Yeah.
luckily Bridget was here during the day and could rebake immediately.
Yes.
And
She
get
did
more
not
out.
let me out of the kitchen. It was 9.5 hour days.
Oh,
It was a great
yeah.
problem.
They say that there's only 2 problems in business. There's either a marketing problem or there's a fulfillment problem. And it's often better to have fulfillment problems in business.
We made it happen.
That's awesome. So let's just talk about some stats. So if we look at the numbers on Facebook, obviously on paper, the numbers are way, way up. So new likes, page views, reach, audience, all those stats are just way, way up. The one stat I kind of want to talk about is something that y'all aren't overly in favor of necessarily, which was
Never had that experience.
doing videos. So y'all have experimented with video in the past, but it's mostly been kind of staff doing stuff. Is that right?
I think we're in favor now. Like after we saw that first post, it was so big and the amount of people that it reached that I definitely think we'll, put our fears, behind us, and we're gonna go with it.
We like to feature the staff, but I think people also like to see owners involved a little bit more. We're kind of more behind the scenes, so I think it'll be something that makes us be more, have more of a presence. An increase of over 200,000% is definitely something that you want to take a look at.
Yeah, absolutely. And so a couple of things that made this campaign slightly challenging for us is that it went far better than we could have ever expected it to go from a marketing perspective. And there's 2 big factors in that. I think one is y'all's audience, extremely loyal, extremely engaged already, which just goes to show y'all have done a great job of along the way nurturing, the audience, building the audience. So
We have great
congrats.
customers, absolutely.
And a lot of those are out of town too. We've done a lot of junior league shows that have given us a presence all over the state. And those are followers who last week drove into town or had someone pick up for them. So that tells us that, we want to become a destination place. We have considered other locations, but I think more of where our drive will be, how can we draw them to, if they're traveling from New Orleans to Dallas, this is a great stopping area. So we want to become that destination place along the way.
Yeah, absolutely. And I think with your audience in place, having already attracted that, now it's just a matter of keeping that message in front of them as y'all do with that. So the other thing I just want to briefly talk about that made our job so much easier is the week itself. And that's something we always talk about is the importance of giving people a reason to care, a reason to take action. And I can't stress enough for other people out there, it's not so much about some clever campaign or figuring out some magical formula on, getting the ads right. It's about giving people a reason to care. So y'all executed both of those phenomenally well, the audience and
I think we were a little shocked, of course we were thinking kids love unicorns, but the amount of adults that came in and they were so excited and they wanted to sit on the counter and get the balloons with their unicorn products in a picture so they could have their happy. I was like, wow, this is great.
awesome. So general takeaways from the week in terms of, how do y'all feel that it actually went in terms of, earlier you were talking about your staff wasn't really...
They're a little exhausted. I think because we had no idea how well it would go over. We had not prepared them like we prepare for Valentine's Day. This was very close
Comparable.
in number of sales, number of people in the door, product leaving, as much as we would have to, restock product throughout the day. It was comparable to Valentine's Day, which is
Our biggest holiday.
by far the biggest for us. So
Y'all created a new Valentine's Day.
I think so. And, it's fun to have the staff get involved and, they want to come up with other theme weeks and see what we
Yes,
can
they've got
reach
one
other
already
people.
planned.
Yeah.
So,
So we have some things planned for the spring already to kind of get, engage people. Maybe something for the boys, something for the girls. And like I said, it's kind of a fun, young people at heart type thing, not something that is just for, 7 to 12-year-olds or whatever. So,
which is part of our mission statement.
yeah, kids and kids at heart.
That's awesome. Well, thank y'all so much for participating in the $100 challenge, and thanks for giving us the challenge of figuring out what to do with the extra money, because y'all's first post just blew it away with, what was it, almost 2,000 comments, I think?
Yeah.
I think so. Yeah.
We were
2,000.
very,
Lots
very
of views.
pleased with that.
Yeah, awesome. Well, thank y'all so much again for the opportunity.
Thank you.